everybody. How you doing? This is Robert Rivera with Who's On First, and this is episode 6 of the Unwritten Rules. This is more for like media type of deal, so there's some unwritten rules for everybody. I was lucky enough to go to the press boxes in Seattle for the Mariners. I was sitting there and I was like, wow. I was like, this is great. I asked the guy, did the glass lift up? And he says, yeah. And I'm like, wow. And he goes, turn around. And when I turned around behind me, there were holes in the sheetrock. And I'm like, what is that? And he said, those are the foul ball. And I'm like, whoa. And they said they've never had a casualty there. They only had a laptop was the only casualty. Let's start with number 51. There is no cheering in the press box. You know, it's like laughing at a funeral. It's not a good idea. There you go. Okay, 52. You cannot comment on the quickness of the game. So if the game is, an hour 45 minutes and you're in the 9th inning, I guess it's a bad omen, I guess. I don't know. Never heard of that one, but number 53, press are allowed in the locker room, but they should not poke around in a player's locker. It's just like going through somebody's bag. So you don't go into people's locker, go into people's bags and stuff like that. All right, let's go with number 54. Sitting in the press box has a pecking order. I've never heard of that. And I guess there's maybe a seniority list or something. Senior guys go to the front and the junior guys sit in the back. And, eventually, if you stick around long enough, eventually you will be in the front. Just like anything, you got to pay your dues, guys. Got to pay your dues. Number 55. Other members stand back on the one-on-one interview with players and managers and coaches. I take this as like if I'm interviewing, let's say, Babe Ruth. I'm interviewing Babe Ruth. And you have a one-on-one with them. You have an exclusive with them. The other press people should stand back and let you have that spotlight. Let's go with number 56. Journalists should not write about the private lives of players. It's one of those things that we go back to President Roosevelt where he asked the press never to take a picture of him in a wheelchair. They obliged him. They said, yeah, they would never do that, something like that. So number 57. Every press box has a liaison. They settle disputes and act as a go-between from the media to the ball club. I didn't know this either. So they have somebody out there and they take care of the media guys. And if there's any problems, I guess, with some sandwiches or something.
You threw my sandwich away. My sandwich!
Okay, number 58. Asking for favors or memorabilia from players and coaches is frowned upon. I mean, that also goes for umpires. You get a baseball, it's fine. You get a dozen baseballs, doesn't look too good, okay? It can cause some problems and can get you in trouble. Let's go with number 59. Pitchers should never tell the media they hit a batter intentionally.
How do you sit by a pitch? 1, 2, 3. Wow. That's a spare.
I would never admit to hitting a batter on purpose. Let's go with number 60s. Players should never admit to the press that the ump made a wrong call that benefited his team. Don't embarrass the other team. The umpire messed up. If he messed up, hey, we don't want to magnify it. All right, well, there's episode 6. Please make any comments you want. I'd love to hear your feedback. Make sure you subscribe, hit that bell, and as we always say on Who's On First, keep swinging.